Well, hello and welcome everybody on today's presentation here. We're going to talk about training, and more training. My name is Claudia Eifert, and I know we have a lot of people logging in at the moment, so which is fantastic. I know it's Saturday. I know you're used to be able to see the presentation, but we said we're going to change a little bit the rhythm. We're going to change things around, and you know, change is good. Change is inevitable. Personal growth is a choice, and it is your choice. It's your choice to grow personally or to stay where you are. So I just want to say hello to everybody who's logging in here. We have, hi Andre, calling in. We have Bill on the call, Bill Wilmot. I know it's soon your time that you teach. We have Brian on the call. It's also going to be your turn soon that you're going to teach. We have Charles, we have Doug, we have Godwin, Shane, John, Len, Malcolm, Mikhail. Great to see you here. Hi, Nikki. I know you're going to soon with myself host the personal development coaching trainings again. Looking very much forward to that, and I'm sure you have gonna share some amazing insights from just your personal journey, which will help all of us grow. Hi Reggie, hi Robbie, hi Sean. Sean, you're gonna certainly soon be hosting these webinars and teaching on ETOs and giving us a little bit of the tech knowledge we all need for the trainings. Hi Sven, hi Tommy, hi Yvonne. So a lot of people logging in while I start here and say hello to everybody. But let's get into it because time is precious. And yes, if everybody would just spend their time as more insightful, of course, that would be great. But let's so. What we're going to do in this training is first, because this is really the first training, and we're going to train about network marketing. We're going to train about growing a business. We're going to train about Utopian Global. We're going to train about lots of things, so that we don't get you overwhelmed. This is really just the first overview. There's many different subjects to train on, but it's going to go step by step. So it's not going to be like we give it to you all. We're going to give step by step. So today it's really just the understanding, the overview about the whole concept. I'm also going to touch just maybe 10 minutes on the back office. So I will do that in the beginning of this presentation. So just 10 minutes, very quickly go over a back office and go over the do's and don'ts. And after that, we're gonna dive into, of course, the business building aspect. So again, welcome everybody who's going to listen, and we know we have a lot of people registered. We're going to put those trainings as well in our private section of the affiliate section, meaning because this is really for affiliates, that's for people who paid their membership, their subscription fee, and that training is for them. So if you are a customer currently and you may somehow got onto this webinar, well, you want to upgrade soon, because those trainings are really provided. That's why you guys pay as well a membership, so that you have very different coaches from different in different materials who have a knowledge in different subjects. They're going to train you on those different subjects. So I'm going to do one thing now, and that's the first thing, and I'm going to go over very quickly the back office. And very soon we don't need to do that anymore because there will be a tutorial. But since there is right now no tutorial still, I'm going to go over very quickly. So first of all, when we go into our email or in our web back office, I mean, sometimes we cannot log in or whatever. Maybe we forgot the password, whatever we are stuck with. Maybe sometimes we had some problems with all the i products, basically the Apple phone or the iPad or the computer. So if you use Safari and a MacBook Pro, sometimes it gives you a little bit of a hassle. Not all the time, but sometimes, just that you guys are aware. But let's go into an account. It's sort of a test account. It's an active test account, but it's a test account. And what's really important for you as you grow the business, and as you do webinars, and as you do presentations, and as you do put online videos out there, But it's all about to protect your identity, but also in Europe, maybe different cases in different parts of the world, Africa or South America. But especially in Europe, I'm not sure about Australia, but in Europe it is like that. We cannot entice people to show our big income returns, results, and so on. It's called enticing of people. And so we have to be careful when we want to do videos like that. We should actually not do that. And it is just because in case whatever that could go against you, the affiliate. So you can do it in private, maybe show and do a demonstration, but I wouldn't necessarily go out on YouTube with that showing your income earnings. It's just not an ethic way to do. But so let's go here. I'm gonna go into a test account here. Let me just put one email here and the password. Let's see if I remember it right. Okay, there you go. So this is a test account. Here, as you see, the phone number is not yet verified. And it's really important to verify phone numbers. Why? Well, because once you want to do transactions, let's say you want to take money out of your account, well, you're going to get a code to your phone, and you need to enter that code, otherwise you're not able to withdraw money. So it is a 2FA and it's for your security. So this account, as it is a test account, it's not confirmed, but I'm going to go over just quickly what you see here. So first of all, you have here a referral link. That is the referral link which I can copy and paste, and this is going to be enhanced in the future as well, how to do that. So this is the affiliate link here. And this is the link which I want to send somebody then to register them as an affiliate, because only affiliates can register other affiliates. So we see here, actually there is one person signed in. It is, but has right now no total group bonus volume, no total group qualification volume. The total group bonus volume, this is the volume you get paid on. The total group qualification volume is the volume which moves you up your ranks. So this is what you need to check when moving up your ranks. And then we see here on the other sides the different people which of course you have in your team. So customers, affiliate, bronze, which ranks they are, and so on. In this case, well, this is really an empty back office right now, right here. And you see there's no volume produced, and there was no volume produced last month here. That's why it is all 0. Earnings, well, obviously it's going to be empty as well. So you see here the earnings, you see the estimated earnings, well, there's 0 because there's nothing in there. Total balance, available funds, and pending funds. Now the total in the Easy Wallet, the total balance, the available fund, and the pending funds, well, we got to differentiate there. For example, when you join a new affiliate, you join in a new affiliate, not a customer, just an affiliate. That affiliate purchase one of the 6 currently enrollment packages. You will see straight away the money in your pending funds from the fast start commissions, the fast track commissions, but that money is still in a 2 weeks period, because we have a right, or the person has a right to get a refund for 2 weeks, and that is only for affiliate enrolling packages. Only affiliate enrolling package, they have that possibility, yes? And so therefore the funds will be most likely in pending funds for 2 weeks, and then they will be released and they will be made available. So that is when you then can withdraw these funds to your account. Okay. Now, as it says here, next payments are sent when the commission value is higher than 20 euros. So you got to have a value higher than 20 euros, because otherwise, if you do the withdrawal with a bank wire, for example, you know, the bank wire alone costs money. Sponsorship activity, well, this is where you have your downline first level, but there's no really first level affiliates, and there's no free members. And in the future, this will be enhanced as well, so there will be more levels available and visible. There's a lot to do still. As you know, we just have recently changed to that new back office, so there's a lot of things which are going to be added very soon. And here I can, of course, or the person could add their picture. We see the date enrolled, we see the sponsor name there, and we can then here set our address. And we can even here register a company if we wish, and we can send in the company corporation certification to support@utopianglobal.com if we want to have the company as a beneficiary or owner. Now, it's important to know we can only have one account per member, so it's only one account per member. We cannot have various accounts. And that is really to avoid as well stacking, so stacking of commissions, which people like to do very often. Now, you see the membership. This is where we can then purchase memberships ahead. So I can just go and drag this slider here and purchase memberships ahead. Now, if I want to purchase various years ahead, right now you see 24 months. That is obviously 2 years. If you want to buy it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, well, I just have to do various purchases. I have the possibility to purchase with Bankwire, e-wallet, Bitcoin for my membership. Now, for the upgrade packages, I can purchase with credit card up to 790 euro, always if the credit card is 3D secure. That means the bank has issued me a certain authorization code. So it's actually, for example, me in Germany, I had to ask my bank if they can do the 3D certification or verification, and then the bank sent me actually a PIN 2 weeks after. It did take 2 weeks for me, but some banks are very, very quick, and so now every online purchase I do, it's always 3D secured. So this is because my card is now allowed to do so. But so not in all countries will be credit card available also. Most countries in Europe is no problem. United States is no problem. And Australia and New Zealand is no problem. But in Africa, we cannot allow, and that has to do with the payment gateway credit cards. So you have other possibilities like GT Bank in Africa, or you have Bitcoin, which works very well. So there is restricted countries to that. And that's all just further security for potential fraud. We see here the payout and funding quickly, so you can basically, there's nothing available, so I can't right now withdraw. But if I would have funds available, I could withdraw them here by withdrawing them via Bitcoin. So I put my Bitcoin address in, put the amount to withdraw, and then I confirm. That's really it. And it works very, very fast. So normally 24 to 48 hours that I have my money in my Bitcoin. I can do a bank wire. Well, in my bank wire, then I put in the amount to withdraw, the bank name, the bank address, the IBAN number. And again, like IBAN number for American citizens, so very often they don't get that, and so IBAN is really here in Europe. This is what we use in Europe. So we have this long number on our EC card or on our credit card or whatever. So it's called a IBAN number. So it's called actually an IBAN number here, and it's a very long number. But in the United States, you don't use that. So they don't have the IBAN number. And so they just put in the SWIFT code, and they would fill out in the field of the IBAN, they just fill out again their SWIFT code. So they don't leave it, or they put in just zeros. They just don't leave it empty. And then, of course, they put in the account number, and then they do withdrawal. But you also can do a member, so member to member. So if you have cash there and you do a member to member, so you just very simply put in the amount to transfer, and you have the receiver's email, you confirm. Once you do that, you straight away get a authorization code or to your phone. And again, you then will have to enter this authorization code, and then you can transfer this to a member. Let me see, there's some question. Okay. Reggie, no, I'm not doing trainings on Bitcoin wallet. Not today. Those are separate trainings which we're gonna do, but not today. History, well, you see here the history of the membership history, so you can actually download that history as well. When was the last purchase? So in this case, the last purchase was on the 16th of March, and here on the 30th of January. And you can see what was purchased. That's a membership. And here it was a basic package on the 21st of 12, and it was another basic package on the 26th of 11. So those were the purchases. Then we go to the next tab. The next tab is precious metals. Well, it's empty in this account here, but and that basically here you can purchase precious metals, you can sell it back, you can have precious metals in your vault or storage, you can see the history. I always encourage people to purchase part of their commission, put it into gold or silver. Why? It's the best hedge against inflation. If you would have just done what I have done since 11 years, okay, it's 11 years, but you would have just then done that. And we have people here from Sweden, from Norway, from England, from Ireland, from, well, all over the world, United States, obviously. Your money already has lost 50% of its purchasing power. That means if you have this, for the UK people, you know, I don't know if you like it to see so much with what's going on right now with Brexit, but let's say this 50 euro in this 11 years, well, has already lost half of its purchasing power. Means it buys me only now for 25 euros goods and services. So much more those goods and services basically have increased. Yet if I had just hold on to my gold, I could still purchase the same goods and services. So I always say, you know, you got to save in gold. You got to become a habit of saving. Okay, this is what I have done, and I've done well with it. Just putting money aside. Again, sell back, anytime you can sell it back. Very simple, you put in the amount of crowns you wish to sell in gold or in silver, and then it's going to be sold back. And we're going to do an extra training on that, how that works with a full account of gold or silver. Hash power, well, we had till last year hash power, so a lot of people who bought hash power, who had transferred their old accounts over to Utopian Global, they still see under this tab their hash power. And here is no hash power because it's simply a new account, so therefore this is empty and it's not of interest right now, but we're going to do a section on that as well. Store, this is where I see my stores which I did buy. So you see here the store from purchases, you see the store from upgrades, and you see the store from memberships in there. Okay, that's 400 store, 540.30 and 300 store, which I do have here in this account, and of course, well, saying where it comes from. We see the wallets here, and obviously set your store wallet. Right now it's still on a SAFT application. SAFT meaning for future token purchases. So it's not yet live on the blockchain. Once it's on the blockchain, you will be able to enter your wallet. But back then you get an extra training for that, how to do that, what wallet, etc. to put in. So we will inform you so that you are not in the dark. Definitely with tutorial videos and with presentations and yeah, instructions. Here I can buy store, and as you see, I can, you know, buy from 50 euro up to 4,000 in one go store. That's 2,000 euros, and this is going to be probably enhanced as well very soon, that you can buy way more store as well. Here, payment options is bank wire, e-wallet, and Bitcoin. There's no credit card for this section here, and then you can see here the history of your purchases. So let's go to the last tab. The last tab is the business overview. We see here the genealogy, and we see the affiliates, and we see the customers. Obviously, customers is empty, and there is one affiliate here, but it's not really active, so it's also a test in that sense. Otherwise, you would see them here, and you could go, let's say if this person had another person in personally sponsored, you could just open up the levels here. You would always click on the different levels to open up the different levels of the tree. Bonus commissions, you see the instant commissions here, and you see the monthly commission here. Monthly is obviously 0 because there is no, and also you see here the projections for the period on the uni-level commissions for March. You see here the projections for February, and you see here you can actually change it and go back, what were the earnings in November, in December, in January. So you can just change and switch that here. That is pretty simple, but of course, this account is empty here, so there's no bonus and commissions in that. We see here the rank advancement. That means, okay, so this here just showing how far the person is to advance to the next rank, which would be the rank of prongs. And we do proper trainings, and we have videos done which will be soon uploaded, explaining each and every level and how to get there, what is required. So those videos will be very soon uploaded. But you see here the brokers is 40%. Basically, the person is an affiliate, the person has an active order, and so he just needs to have 2 more people in order to achieve a prongs. Let me go back here, and then we see here else the compensation. That is then the compensation plan. So this is where you then download the compensation plan, and the compensation plan is currently available in different languages. That's in French, in Spanish, in Korean, in Vietnamese. Those are the languages right now available, and of course English for you. But for download, currently here's only English version, so you will have to send an email to support at utopianglobal.com, support@utopianglobal.com, and then they will send you the language required to you, if of course the language is available. The same for the white paper, the same for the business presentation, etc. But soon we will have a tab where all those documents will be available in the back office. So guys, that's it. That's it for me from basically the back office training. Let's go into business building training here. So let me log out, and again, this will be not anymore necessary because this will be all in videos very, very soon for you. So you can just watch the videos to get trained and to learn about this, all those different modules in your back office, etc. So this is soon gonna be there. And also for you guys to know that we have trainings available also in Spanish. So the same training you're basically seeing today, yes, will be hosted tomorrow. It will be not hosted by myself, even though I do also host some Spanish training, but just time-wise can't do it. Meaning like you will have the training as well in Spanish available. As soon as we have more trainings in more different languages, we will update you as well. But yes, we have everything similar, so simultaneously into Spanish. So let's get started here. Very important for you to understand. I really like that phrase by Simon Sinek, and I really want you to basically ingrain that in your memory. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do what you do. Why do you do what you do? Why do you do it? You know, comes to my mind a very just a very, very quick testimony. We have all the time people wanting to open us different markets, and of course in different places, and some of them they require all that stuff which we have to put in place first, and we have to pay for, and or Utopian Global has to do, and do. But what is basically coming from them? And so what I'm meaning by that is, I just had a little story, and you know, like, if you were to convince somebody just to buy into that, because yes, they see what the potential is in the money for them with this business, but if you basically need to entice them or whatsoever, that's just not the right way, because there's no purpose behind. There's no purpose behind the person, you know, who basically entering the business. If it's just about the money, it's not just about the money. It's about the purpose. And so yes, maybe people get enticed, and I can tell you what, the enticement only lasts for a very short time. It doesn't last for long. It's not about that. It's about the purpose. So if they just see you in there for the quick buck, the quick money, it's not going to be possible for you to build a long-term growing business. It is about the purpose. Okay, it is really about the purpose. And so I'm gonna go through that many times in that presentation, in every presentation, because it is really about that. And your success is really determined by two things, and that is how much value do you provide. See, how much value do you actually provide? Are you just setting up an autoresponder or a great funnel system, but you hardly provide any value? You don't follow them up, you don't pick up the phone, you don't talk to them, you don't train them, you don't show them nothing. Or are you providing actually value? Second, of course, how much support do you offer? So those things go really into one. Those are really key, and those are really the we're talking about the 3 E's of success, because you can only earn based on the success of your team. So when you do a good job, of course, in training your affiliates and support them to thrive, then you actually build a team which really roots deep down. So in network marketing, the larger your team, the larger obviously your commission check is. And so I'm going to talk about those easy to follow steps, which will help you actually 10x your downline in literally no time. Yes. Now, this training is available for you. As I said, the same for the PowerPoint or the PDF will be available for you as well, so that you can do them with your team, obviously. So let's talk about those 3 E's for success. And that is really educated, be educated, empowered, and engaged. And again, this is because you can only earn based on the success on your team. If your team is not successful, you aren't going to make money. Only when you do a good job on training them, you will build that really deep-rooted team, okay? And so an educated and empowered and really engaged teammate, so to speak, is really passionate, is absolutely dedicated. And there is sort of a higher level of perseverance, okay, and resilience. There's more innovation, and most importantly, there is a great attitude. And so many networkers, network marketers, what they do is they recruit as many people as possible, but they really don't they don't take the time to properly train them. They just don't take the time to properly train them, and this results basically in a team of people who are, how do we call them? We call them warm bodies, but they are not fully engaged. They lose enthusiasm quickly. They don't know how to sell. They don't know where to sell. They don't know whom to sell. They cannot handle rejection. The first person comes in the way, says no, they cannot handle it. They quit. And they don't understand how to teach their recruits the principle of duplication. And that's what it is about. It is all about duplication. You need to go out from those training, and you need to understand the system, and you need to understand what you have to do in order to teach your team to do exactly the same. It's duplication. Of course, most of those people, when they're not getting trained, well, they don't know about marketing, how to market. And I know we're gonna bring some great trainings for you very soon, also to do online marketing, Instagram marketing, Facebook marketing, social media marketing. I mean, there's so many ways, but you cannot learn it, of course, all in once. It's a step by step. Yes, it's a step by step. Many people, of course, they don't understand the whole industry. So the problem is when you doubt the industry, when you don't believe in the industry of network marketing, well, if you have your suspicions, you think, well, I don't know, you're not going to recruit people. You're not going to build a team. It's just not possible. So you got to learn about how valuable this industry actually is, how big this industry actually is. I was posting the other day a comparison with the movie industry, with Hollywood, and with the music industry. Well, our industry of network marketing is bigger than these industries, way bigger, like way bigger. So, the kind of team, basically, when they don't get trained the right way, or they not get training at all, is it like a kind of team which is essentially worthless, so to speak? Yes, you may cash in your fast start commissions, but it's kind of worthless, and it's really frustrating for everybody. It's frustrating for the person who signed the person up. It's frustrating for the person who signed up, because the person who basically put money in order to build a business, or to do something with the business, they put also money in, and so they are kind of feeling sort of abandoned, and of course the sponsors feel also frustrated because the team is not producing. And you see, whether they are on the receiving end, obviously, or it really doesn't matter. It's a lose-lose position. It's not a win-win position. It's actually a lose-lose position, no matter which end they're really on. And so sponsors often, they wonder why they are so busy, and they're so frustrated, wasting time with people who never engage. Ask yourself the question: are you frustrated with people who never engage? Without considering, well, why do people don't engage? Why don't they engage? Because they fail to realize that the problem isn't really the new sponsor person, isn't really that warm team. It's not the problem. They have not approached team building with the right mindset. Okay, with the right mindset, and they haven't given the team the support they actually need, the education, the empowerment, the leads, the engagement, and so on. They haven't done this, and so your success, therefore, is basically determined by two things, and that is how much value you provide, as I said before, and how much support you offer. So helping your team be as good or better as you are will actually ensure everybody to thrive. So it is up to you. If you don't know how to do it, well, you plug into your upline. Well, you learn the skills. I got to learn the skills. I had to learn the skills because nobody was showing me. Where did I learn the skills? Well, there certainly are books available. There certainly are online trainings available, how to teach your team. So it's not that it's not available. So let's talk about the part number 2, which is really the short and the long-term strategies. You see, to grow your business, you must basically have a system. You must follow a system, right? You need to know what system to follow. You need to know what to do. You need to do how to do it. You need to know how to teach it to your team. Okay. The first question is gonna come. Okay, so what presentation do I show? Where do I send them? What do I say? How do I say it? Well, I have somebody, I think this could be for them. How do I approach them? And all this is, we're going to show you all those different scenarios, and we're going to show you. It's going to be a few trainings on that, because there's different people. There's just no one fit at all approach, because I'm not a no one fit person. You're not a no one all fit person, right? We're all different people. I'm a yellow person, meaning I'm a nurturer, I'm a carer. But I know we have people here on the call, they're not so much yellow. They are more red. They are more like a CEO. They are, they know exactly what they want. They don't muck around. They have no patience. Then we have the blue people. Then we have the green people, and we have of course, all those different engineers. Well, the engineer needs to know exactly the numbers, the figures, everything breaking down. He doesn't need my approach. So we have different approaches which we do need to learn if we want to build a successful business. Again, not overnight, but with time. And that's just the way, if you want to build this business, and that's why we always say it is basically 3-4 years business. In 3-4 years, if you learn the skills, if you put time and effort in it, this can totally change your life around. But it's not going to come overnight. That's just what it is. It's not going to come overnight. And again, this is why it's so important for the affiliate training. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to be an affiliate. Maybe they joined up for an affiliate, but they're not really an affiliate. They are more so a customer. So you got to filter who is what fit. And so when we talk about short and long-term strategies, of course, and in your training, Well, we need to look at the short-term strategies and the long-term strategies in a way that the short term is, of course, you train your team on how to get those immediate results, like quick now, because when you get somebody started right now, well, you want to do right now the list. You want to right now name a few people. You want to right now invite a few people so they have the first exposure very, very fast. In fact, the first exposure in their first 7 days. Why? Because it's going to build confidence, okay? And the long-term game is obviously train the team on how to get, high yield bringing results over a long period of time, and educate them in various ways of connecting with customers and prospects. Good way, of course, to do is it's a long-term strategy, but it's building a blog, just building a blog and teaching people what you learned. It's not about being a perfectionist. It's not about doing everything right. No, it's just about learning some new skills. And it's right in writing down what you just learned. That's an amazing way to get connected. In fact, I'll tell you an example. Some years ago, that's actually how long this is now ago. Probably in 2013, no, maybe 13, maybe 14. Probably 2014. So I had a young man from Ghana, but born in Germany, and he was asking questions. He was asking so many questions, and all the time questions and more questions, and he wanted to know me and what books I read and why I read them and what I learned from those books and what I can recommend and this. I mean, he came with questions and questions, and he wanted to meet me and with more questions and more questions. And in Germany, here just basically at my close to me, probably just Frankfurt, so like a half hour from where I am. But boy, was he persistent, that guy, so persistent. But what happened is, because of his persistency, and he really wanted to become a coach, because I'm a certified coach, he wanted to learn how to become a coach. He wanted to, his vision, his goal was he wanted to teach the youth. And he wanted to become a very, very successful entrepreneur in network marketing, as well as, of course, in coaching, building a coaching business. He was a student. In fact, his parents thought he was going to go to university, but he didn't. See, what he did is he would go out and thinking his parents he's going to university, but he didn't. He went to the library and he would read a book. Well, today, that is 4.5 years later, he is the most recognized young coach in Germany. So it's still touching for me because it's amazing. So just sorry, sometimes this comes, but this is when you're purpose driven, then it just comes the emotional side, because I'm so proud of this guy. And it's an amazing story. And because of my trainings, which I gave him, and he listened, and he was willing, and he was hungry, and he was doing everything which he could possibly do, and crazy things and scary things. He actually is now so successful. So now, if you want to go and attend his seminars, well, just basically to go to his seminars, you at least need to pay 200 euros, at least minimum. But if you want to have a private coaching, well, he's charging now from 5,000 euros onwards, and it's like a 6-week seminar. So it is just amazing. And this is what our profession does in network marketing for people. So it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. You just got to look at for those people who are willing, and you got to help them, of course, get there. And if you don't know how, well, again, go upline or let somebody help you with that, or learn the skills. It's all about learning the skills. And so, question for you guys to get serious again. If you have already recruited some people to your team, ask yourself the question. I want you to do that now, okay? And I want you to actually participate in this training. So I want you to write now to me in this chat right now. And I want you to write down if you have somebody recruited and how they are doing, okay? Are they thriving? Are they surviving? Or are they actually quitting? are they on the verge of quitting, or have they already quit? So I want you to do that right now, because it has a very good, sort of analyzes where you guys are, where they are, and what we need to improve. Okay. Yes, Mirella, it's an emotional story. I get emotional because it's really amazing. It really certainly is. And so I soon, hopefully, we will do a seminar once with him. It would be really great. So the next thing is on a daily basis. So you keep writing to me. So where you are, whom you recruited, and how they are doing. On a daily basis, you need to educate your team in 2 critical systems. And that is, of course, knowledge. Learning about the business, including the business compensation plan model. You need to understand it. The network marketing industry, the products you sell, and your ideal buyers, who they are. Who are the people who would actually buy into that? Who are the people who are interested in gold, silver? Who are the people who are interested more to learn about the ETO, the store token? Who are the people who buying into the concept of lifestyle? Network marketing is a lifestyle business. It's lifestyle. It's providing you the lifestyle once you learn that business. Of course, action. So how to build a business, including the product, the prospecting, selling, marketing, recruiting, duplicating, training. And of course, this is where the personalized training approach is really gold. So in short, every single team member needs to know where to find prospects, what to say to them, and how to say it effectively. Okay? How to say it effectively. So many people talk, and they talk you to death, literally. We want to use icebreakers. We want to be short. We want to not give too much away. We want to make them curious. It's all about curiosity. Okay? It's all about that. Just think of let's say I often see it like, I don't know, I mean, boys, when they go into their puberty and whatever, and they go to their first date, and they're all nervous about it. So, it's all that curiosity which it brings with it. It's all about, oh, is she going to reject me? Is she not going to reject me? Is this or that or whatever? So all this. So so they want to know more. They so they're curious. So if the woman gave everything away already, well, there's no curiosity anymore, is there? So you got to be have it. Of course, you got to make people curious and not to give away, not to blah blah that talk them with stuff and give them too much information. If I gave all my information out already yet, well, they can read everything about me. They can read everything about the business already. Then I have nothing to give them away. What presentation am I going to do if I already show them all? So it's not about that. So you may need to help certain people with their attitudes towards selling. A lot of people have a selling paradigm, but they don't understand that we do selling all the time. Who has a child here in this? I think you have a few people who have a child, right? Just on the call today, I know Mirelle, you have kids. So you're selling your kids all the time why they cannot have those toys, why they cannot have this this chocolate, why they cannot have that all the time. But your kids selling you all the time why they want to have it. And they're really good in selling. They're probably better in selling than you, Mirelle, right? Because they get the things they want because they're persistent. But probably too often, we quit. We are not so persistent as the kids, be honest. Let's face it. So the point what I'm making here is it's about the attitude we have about selling. We all sell all day long. We sell stuff. We may not work in a shop and sell, but we're all selling all the time. We're selling our husband or our boyfriend why I want to go to and have this dress, and why they should buy me this, or why they should take me out for dinner there. Don't we sell? Well, we sell. We sell what we want, our opinion, right? So we are selling all the time. So it's nothing else here. And you may need to change a teammate's opinion about network marketing. You may need to help people craft the elevator pitch. You may need to build the confidence of self-esteem of a shy person. You may need to guide someone in creating a great social media ads. I believe we have Sean helping there soon. You may need to boost a teammate's self-esteem, confidence. There's so many things which, of course, once you build a team, come into play. And I can tell you, I'm an introvert. I'm doing the presentations, I'm doing the webinars, but I'm actually an introvert. I have to force myself, and I have to force myself to be able to say hello to a stranger. I just cannot say that like this. So I have to force myself. Now I have learned. And many people would say, well, you're not an introvert. Well, I am an introvert, totally. But I have learned some skills. So I'm normally a shy person. People would think, well, I'm not shy. Well, I am pretty shy. I am. I mean, I'm so shy, and I'm traveling alone a lot myself. I'm so shy that in the hotels, I'm not going, down something to get something to eat. Why? Because I'm afraid, sometimes when I go to strange hotels or different hotels or where I'm traveling, I may, don't know anybody. And so I have to force myself to do it. I'm an introvert, yet I can do it. So that means for you, well, certainly if you're an introvert, you can do it. If you're an extrovert, well, that's the easy play. But once your prospect says yes, well, each team member needs the knowledge and skills to successfully build the business or to duplicate exactly what you did to help them actually thrive. And yes, one of the big myths in network marketing is, well, they think they can build an online automated recruiting system and that's it. But I can tell you it's not working like that. It's not. It may help you get some traffic. It may help get you some leads, but it's not going to build a solid team. You got to take them away from that. You're gonna eventually, well, you can teach them, of course, to use these systems, but you got to eventually become personally with the person. You eventually got to really get on the phone with them. You got to help them, and you got to build, of course, the right way the team, as I'm just telling you. So you got to have that connection. If there is no connection, if there's just an email address, they never ever gonna really be connected. They're never going to be really truly connected. So that's why it says it takes time away from your own daily business building strategies. Okay, it does take time away. And in the beginning, you're putting in more work than you get paid. Putting more work than you get paid. But this is going to change, because as more work you put in the beginning, as better you train your people. That doesn't mean doing it for them. No, showing them how to do it, but not doing it for them. I'm going to touch on that in a little bit, because you have these scenarios as well, that they don't want to learn, they don't want to look at it, they don't want to do it, and you do it for them. This is absolutely the way to disaster. It's not going to work. It's the way, actually, not to disaster, it's the way to slavery, to be honest. And what do we want to create here? Well, we want to create a lifestyle business, or as my friend Jordan Adler says, beach money. Great book to read, by the way. You all should read it, Beach Money. Amazing book. I mean, you should make money while on the beach, meaning you have such a great trained team. They don't need you anymore. They work for themselves. They don't absolutely need their sponsor anymore. And they can build a great business, or they have built a great business without their sponsor. And that is really truly beach money, lifestyle money. Yet most people don't do it because most people are not taking the time in order to train their people. Let's face it. So, yeah, it takes time away from your own daily business building strategy. But again, you can imagine the results and the frustration and stress if you didn't do that. And the reality is that to give your recruits, and therefore yourself, the best chance of success in the network marketing business, well, you need to teach. So let's go and talk about the strategy number 4. And then we are soon at the strategy number 5. 4 is invest in your own education and your personal growth. I cannot make more emphasis on that. how important it is. I don't know how many how many hours, how much money I spent into personal development. I mean, you know, 20,000 euros there, 25 there, 10 grand there, 5 there, 2 here. I mean, just endless of money I have put into, and I'm still putting into personal development. Why? Well, you know, because that is what gets you the results eventually. As better of a leader you become, as more you will get paid. As simple as that. You can become comfortable as a leader, and that is, of course, when you invest in yourself and you invest in your education and your personal growth, because your beliefs, your attitudes, your action and words do influence your teammates. And as you see here, personal growth will help you overcome your own self-created limitations, because they're your own limitations. I cannot sell is your own limitation. I cannot do that, it's your own limitation. I'm not good enough, it's your own limitation. I'm too fat, it's your own limitation. I'm not pretty enough, it's your own limitation. It's all your own limitation, okay? Your own limitation, nobody else. I don't have money, your own limitation. But I really don't have money, your own limitation, okay? So what does personal growth have to do actually with team building in that sense? Well, everything. It has to do everything. Your mindset does really rub off on people, and your beliefs, your attitudes, your actions, your words does or do influence, of course, your teammates. Yet many people, they are simply unaware of how powerful they hold themselves back with negative and self-defeating self-talk all the time, including myself. Okay, I'm not better, but meaning I'm good, but I'm not the best at it yet. It's still taking time. I'm good, but I'm not yet the best. I'm on the way of mastering it. It's very hard to really say that you absolutely have mastered it. It's not, because there's unlimited potential. There's actually no limit to what we can make, to what we can have. There's no limit. There's no limitation. It doesn't exist. So I'm on my way. And yes, I know how to deal with it. And absolutely, I know how to deal with negative emotions, but I'm not there. I believe that actually nobody can really be there ever. So it's an ongoing learning for all your life. But of course, we can get better at it. So this personal growth will help you overcome those own self-created limitation. And this is why, you know, this will allow you to inspire your team. And when you explore various marketing techniques, when you learn from your failures, when you keep exploring, when you learn everything you can about the product, the company, the network marketing industry, the marketing, the sales, live events, the blogging, the podcast, all those ways how you could connect with people, when you learn about the mindset of success and what it takes to overcome personal blocks to wealth, selling, leadership, and MLM. So this is why preparation for leadership is important and vital, so that you become a leader. And so here you are, brand new to the business, okay? You are your own army of one, okay? Your own army of one person. So it might be sort of like intimidating for you to really imagine yourself yet as a leader, so because you have nobody yet signed in. But don't wait until you have a large downline to be a leader, because you never grade one before becoming a leader first. You must first become a leader. Okay, and this is you prepare basically visualizing yourself leading the course. Okay, having one-on-one motivational talks, educating team members, setting the example, visualizing yourself leading those calls, one-on-one motivational talk, and so on. Don't wait until you have a large downline to be a leader. You never create one without being the leader first. It's just impossible. And focus on the people who show the most potential, because you will benefit most from recruiting the right people, not the ones you have to convince. Okay? If you have to convince somebody, that's already sort of a red flag there ringing. If a person has to be convinced to join, you know, it's, yeah, I don't even know if I want this person, you know, to be honest. And so spending most of your training and mentoring energy on your power partners will actually give you the best results. If I have to go behind and to remind them that there is a training, that there is this, that to read that, to look at this, if I have to do that all the time, I'm getting tired. That should come from them. It's their own business. It's their personal business they're building. They bought into a business. So are they willing to actually build this business or not? So I have to have conversations with them. What do you really want? This business can help you get what you want, but you know, you got to make action. And this is where probably one of the most important talks in your first talk, when they make a decision to become an affiliate. And the decision to become an affiliate does not mean they purchase an affiliate pack. It has nothing to do with the purchasing of an affiliate pack. It's just a purchase. It's nothing. That doesn't mean that they're an affiliate. It has nothing to do with it, actually. They just purchase an affiliate pack. But the moment they want to become an affiliate, that means they actually want to build a business. It's a very different thing. You got to have a set expectation call with them, okay? Because expectation help you identify the people who are serious, and those, of course, are time stealers, time wasters, or just dabbling. Expectation help people stay on track and commit to doing what they, you know, basically said they would do. Very often we hear, oh, I'm going to build this business and this, and I know this, and I know that, and I know, you know, whatever. So this is why it's so important when you, actually, I love to read the book, or I love to encourage people reading the book of Eric Warren, Go Pro, when he talks about the amateurs and the posers, right? So there's many posers, a lot of amateurs, but it's okay. An amateur can develop. But, you know, the posers are those people who say, they do this, do that, do know whatever person, but at the end they're not going to do nothing, but they're going to waste a lot of your time you could spend with actually people who are willing to do the things. So failure to set expectation can leave people thinking it's a play job that will give them a little cash, and of course if they think so, that's what's going to happen. And this is not the attitude we actually want for them. We need, of course, to grow our team and to thrive a great business. And then, of course, setting goals. And so it's so important in the first training when we do that, when we start with those trainings. Where do you want to be in 6 months from now? Where do you want to be in 5 years? So for that, we're going to make a 30-day plan. And we're going to make a 90-game plan. This is what we're going to do in the first Getting Started Right training. So right now, this is just the overview. Remember, it's just the overview. That's just for the mindset, to get you on the right mindset. But we're going to have a Getting Started Right training where we talk about making a 30-day game plan and making a 90-day game plan. Okay, and well, this is where you see most likely, well, who are your people who are actually really wanting, or those people who are dabbling around and, you know, and talking a lot and posing a lot, but not really doing nothing. So, and this is so important. That's why we also need to track the team's progress so that we know where everybody is. And for that, we got to be the example. So never ask your teammates to do something you don't do. If you are doing the daily business building activities, your team will follow your lead. And if you're just telling them to do, if you are sitting back and waiting for them to make money, so you get a nice commission check, which a lot of people do, they will also follow your lead. See, I'm out there myself presenting, I'm talking to people, I'm talking to prospects. I'm right now like actively myself, I'm actively, because I'm going on tour, actually prospecting people in Belgium. Well, why in Belgium? Because I know people in Belgium. Actually, I know beautiful people in Belgium. I just like, I have one of my great friends in Belgium, beautiful Italian family, I just love them. And yeah, I'm sure I'm going to invite them for the event. If they come, well, this is up to them, but I'm going to spread definitely the message out there. And whom do I connect them to? Obviously, with my friend Stefan. Why? Well, because I feel so, because I like Stefan, because I know Stefan is a great trainer, great person, and why not, right? So I can have the luxury of doing that myself, recruiting people, but actually then connecting them with some team members I feel like. That's my luxury I can do. And then I'm going to go to London. Well, what do I do right now? Well, I'm connecting my list, phone, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. I'm going to connect my list of London. Honestly, London people. Why? Because I want to have them come to the meeting. And I'm certainly prospecting people in Birmingham. Why? Well, because I'm going to go to Birmingham. So I'm actively doing that. Did I really need to? Well, not really, because the bonus check is good enough. So not really. But I do, because I cannot lead nobody if I'm not doing the things myself. And the biggest hypocrisy of people of leaders is, I mean, I just can't stand it, sorry, is when, they just basically, they're not doing, they're just telling their team what to do, but they're not doing anything themselves. And you have it often when people have then their beach money, bonus check, and they may build a big team, but okay, and they have educated the team, well, they're fine, they're great, but still, if you really believe in this business and you're really just building this business, you always, always, always are recruiting. And sorry, I'm on the hour now, so I need 5 more minutes here to finish up. And I know my good friends, Don and Nancy Fehler, and I know Bill, our CEO, very good friends of Don and Nancy Fehler. We have the program very soon back in the back office as well. They wrote an amazing book, the 45-second presentation, amazing training book as well. Don, he must be in his late 80s now. And Nancy, well, can't really say if she's already 80, but they are recruiting every day. And they have like downlines everywhere and whatnot. I mean, very successful trainers every day. And they're doing this business, 40, 50 years, something like that. Next is, of course, be event driven. See, the belief you build, the connections you make, the training you receive is done in events. If you're not going to events, you're not doing the business, as simple as that. This is where all this is being built. The belief, the connections, the training. It's in events. That's why events build the business. It's very, very vital. Next, be able, don't push, offer in-depth training and be available if someone on your team has a question, but don't force feed information for people who don't want to do the business. Be generous with recognition. It's really important. Napoleon Hill said, not Napoleon Hill, sorry, Napoleon. And Napoleon Hill said great things as well, but Napoleon, the French, he said, I have made the most wonderful discovery. I have discovered that men will risk their lives, even die, for ribbons, and men will die to avoid having their ribbons taken away. Okay? Recognition is key. Recognize your top producers, but also people who are making leaps in improvement, people who are finding innovative ways to market or recruit, and people who inspire others. So very, very key here. And David is writing to me, Miss Claudia, I love today's training and we can get you loud and clear here in Kenya. Oh, that is fantastic. Thank you so much, David. That is wonderful. All right, so I'm finishing up here, guys. Again, inspire rather than motivate. Inspire them with your actions, results, happiness, and passion. You got to be passionate. It's so important. You got to be passionate. Remember, people buy from you because why? They like you, they trust you, they believe in you. But if they see the money from your eyes, it's just about the money, they're not going to buy. They are not going to buy. And believe me, you feel it. You feel people who just want to sell you into things. You feel it. You see it. Because all we have is intuition, one of our 6 faculties. We just use our 5 faculties, which is think, smell, touch, taste, and so on, but we don't use our 6 faculties. One of them is our instinct, right? And I think we have a pretty good instinct if we would just use it way more. But Nikki, our friend from Belgium, no, actually from UK, but living in Belgium and speaking perfectly French, she's gonna hopefully teach very soon her great lessons on really how our mind works, because we've got to learn how our mind works. When we understand how our mind works, we understand how their prospect minds works, and we can of course build a bigger team. There's 2 types of motivation. One is extrinsic, money, prizes, recognition, works only very short term, and one is intrinsic, which is the inner satisfaction. It's the inner satisfaction. What is the best feeling ever? You see, you just saw my emotions before. Why? My emotions came because I am so happy for what that young man has achieved. So happy. They're still coming, those emotions. But yet, if he would just make money more and have a good car and this and that and whatnot, it's different. It's not intrinsic. It's extrinsic. It's extrinsic. It's money, prizes, recognition. They are important. They're great motivators to get things started, quick. And yes, there's some things like that coming out on our tour very soon. But the intrinsic, that's the inner satisfaction. And it's ultimately the greatest satisfaction which comes from within. Show, don't tell your team how meaningful this business is to you, how fulfilled you are helping others. They can feel that. How happy and abundant you feel, and that the system actually works and let your action and attitude inspire the team. There's one company out there which is the first network marketing company in the world. I can mention the name, doesn't matter, Amway. They have an amazing training. A lot of the distributors, they don't necessarily make a lot of money, and disclaimer here, but it's their training. Why? Because it's a family, it's their training, it's the coming together, it's the being together, it's the going through everything. It's the amazing training why they thrive. It's the amazing training where people, basically it's so hard ever to get an Amway distributor come over to your business or look at your business. Why? Because they have the most amazing business training. And what about, of course, your fears, doubt, concerns, and worries? Well, I never met a person that didn't have them. I have them. However, those are not public property, meaning to be shared with the team. As a leader, you have to deal with your fears and be the rock that your team will follow. Okay? Never, ever duplicates things, negativity down. Never. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It doesn't matter. Go up. Never down. You just don't do it. If you feel bad, who cares? Don't do it down. If something happened to you, who cares? Don't put it down. It's not that I care. Sure, we care. We all care in one sense. But it has nothing to do with your downline, because it will put them down. And therefore, the results will not be there. So stick with it, go through it, talk upline, talk it through, talk it with a coach, with a mentor through, but just don't put it downline. Okay, don't put it downline. Really important. Teach your team how to teach. Your main objective here is to empower others to thrive. If you're the only one within your organization who can answer questions, lead calls and webinars, and conduct webinars and seminars, then you aren't teaching your team, you duplicate what you do. Be in service. Do not think of your recruits as money makers for your benefit, but rather elevate them and help them to thrive. As Zig Ziglar says, Kitty is always talking about Zig Ziglar, you can get everything in life if you want, or if you're just willing enough for helping people get what they want. And that's what Zig Ziglar said. Absolutely true. We must be willing to help other people get what they want, not what we want. It doesn't matter about us. What do they want? What does the prospect want? What does the customer want? Why do they want to buy from us if they could to buy from this person or that person? Okay, really, really important. Be in service and set boundaries, because there will be always people who demand more of your time and energy than necessary. Set expectations, provide them with the right training. And if you're always asking for advice but never taking it, set boundaries. It's so important. You have right to dedicate your time and energy to the right teammates who are committed and coachable. And last but not least, 5 team building obstacles: fear of recruiting, lack of action, too much training, overtrained, too slow of a pace, lack of community, lack of engagement among new team members. It's not work, it's not what works, what is important, but what duplicates. So very often you will find you have maybe somebody in your organization or somebody who says, wow, this is working just amazing for me. Well, the way you find out how if it duplicates is if it's working for him, and look downline if the team, his downline, is doing the same and it works for the downline. If it works for the downline, then it's duplicatable. But if it works only for that person, it's not duplicatable. It's not what works, what is important, but it is what it's duplicated. So how to provide value to people, that's your first goal. How to recruit, how to train new recruits, how to train them to duplicate the process, and your organization is only as strong as your weakest member, not the strongest leader, your weakest member. There will be always the rock stars, they will be always there, the strong producers who rise to great heights in a very short time. But if you can, if you can address, of course, the weakness of each teammate, you give them the best opportunity to shine. Okay, and instead of having a bunch of those warm bodies hanging around, the entire team instead will be educated, empowered, and engaged, and for their profit and yours. So that's the conclusion for today. How many people have written me? Actually, I have 2 signed on both, are not even willing and trying to get onto a webinar. Well, that just means then for you so don't waste your time with them. Give them the information which is needed, give them the attention what is needed, but don't try to convince them, otherwise it is just it's not possible. And so this could be your approach. It could have been your approach to the business, what you have talked about this business is, or what basically it can do for them. So maybe you want to check there your approach, what you did, and we're going to go dive into those trainings exactly how to do that further on. Robbie says as well, I have a few people that started as an affiliate but are still hesitating. That is normal too. So if they're still hesitating, that means they don't have really the understanding yet. They don't yet, fully basically jump into the water. They're just tiptoeing yet there. So again, this is why those conversations are really, really important. And we're going to talk about also how to address them very soon here, Robbie. What else we have? I have one top leader in a team. I know many of the other Phil are sitting on the fence and being an affiliate. I'm trying to wake them. Yeah, it's just about that education. Give them the education they seek, they need, if they're of course willing to. Otherwise, we cannot lead the horse to drink. The horse needs to be willing itself, right? I think this is the right saying there. Okay, who else? Okay, Charles learned a lot in today's training, need to practice now. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Sorry for taking more of your time, but this was really because of the back office training, but this will soon be automated, which is going to be great. More duplication happening. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Robbie, Charles, Nicola, David, Reggie. Yes, so many people here. Of course, on the call, Tommy, Peter, Yvonne, Tabitha, great to have you here. Sven, and another Sven, a lot of Svens here. Nene, Mirel, Mikhail, Malcolm, Len, Jane, James, Evelyn, David, Charles, Brian, Bill, Anthony, Angelica, great to have you all here. Christina, fantastic. So Paul, great to have you here as well. So lots of people here. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job. I see you soon in Belgium. That is the 20th. That is Wednesday. Stefan is putting on the event, Stefan Meg. Then we're going to see you on the 22nd in Birmingham. Shaquille and his team, Shazad, they are organizing the event. Then we're going to see you in London. Sean, Paul, Bill, Karen, Mirel, all those great, fantastic people are organizing that event. That is Saturday, and it's going to be in London. Going to see you there. Invite, bring people. to the event. It's going to be great. We have Ryan there, we have Bill there, we have fantastic people there. So invite them, and I see you on our next training. This will be next Saturday after the event. Again, you got to be committed. It doesn't matter where you are. It's all about that commitment. And my commitment from me for you is that you become successful. But again, I can't help you do it. I can just give you the tools and the support. At the end of the day, you got to do it yourself. Yeah. So thank you so much, and have a fantastic evening.